Rain God Returns, Jaguar Tower, episode 20. In the last episode, Chalk has figured out this calendar wall, and in this episode, we start out with the first page, him explaining how it works. And I just have to say, in the novel version of this, I spread out this information over several pages and discussed it in more detail. And there were characters interacting and figuring things out, between each other. So I think maybe verbally that explained it a little better. But in a comic book form, this, I think, expresses how someone who doesn't use our counting system would visualize all those days and vast amounts of time between them. So you're lucky that I'm doing this for you right now. Here is the final section of the calendar wall. This one shows the last time the morning star and new moon occurred on the same day. So between these two tablets, Moon Priest has calculated the last event of this transit occurred 17,842 moon cycles ago. And he reckons that is 481,734 days. So let's pretend we hung a tablet to mark the morning I observed the most recent appearance of the new moon, the morning after Hanaha disappeared from the night sky. This is Chalk talking, because he's the one he appeared that morning, so he observed this. Moon Priest and Skunk Priest both approximate Hanaha's cycle to be 584 days long, even if they disagree on the length of days within each cycle. So here's a little chart explaining the difference between Moon Priests and Skunk Priests' interpretation of daily events. So the cycle of the evening star, Moon believes it's 236 days, but Skunk believes it's 246 days. And Moon believes that it's that Hanaha is invisible 9 days, but Skunk believes it's 12. And they both agree on the length of time that Hanaha appears as morning star, but Moon believes Hanaha is invisible that second time, 103, and Skunk believes it's 90. Now you may be wondering, well, how would you know? You can just look in the sky, you can see how many days. But as we know, people interpret things happening in the sky differently all the time and disagree all the time on what we visually observe. So, and additionally, I should point out that, it's cloudy and you can't always see what's in the sky. So, and also taking into account that people just aren't observant, and traditions are stronger than facts. I think that's what I was getting at. So, if they're right, 584 should fit evenly into this space right here, into 481,734. But it doesn't. 584 is just a bit too large. So this is how you're visually imagining time. You're saying, but this chunk doesn't fit in that between those two tablets. Hanaha's year is shorter, but by how much? To find out, I just imagine that quantity as a ribbon made of days that stretches from one tablet to the next. Then I divide each day into 1,000 units. Okay, so here's one tablet, here's the other. This is this span, and here's the ribbon that you use Hanaha years to describe. 584, and look, it's just a bit too large. The moon cycles, 27 days. Oh, one of these is 27 days. fits exactly. So what we're concerned about is this little area right here. Why is that so much? Why is that shorter? Why is 584 days shorter than this? Well, according to my vision, if I shortened each day by 800ths, 825 Hanaha years would fit exactly next to the ribbon. Next to the ribbon of 1,782 moon cycles. And here's a little calculation to show that. That explains why their counts are so misaligned. After merely 75 years of counting Hanaha's cycle as 584 days, they would already be off 6 days. And here's a little calculation proving that. What I haven't told you, and this happens off screen, I guess, is that while I was calculating, I discovered the exact numbers for Hanaha's and moon god's journeys. So sun god's journey, the solar year as we know it, is 365.24 days. And moon god's journey, the lunar year, is 354.36 days. But don't worry, I took all that into account as I was figuring out today's exact date according to Hanaha's cycle. And here's Hanaha's cycle. Here's the cycle that planet we see that that Venus going through. I don't think I've mentioned that. Yeah, Hanaha is Venus. And there's a span of time that Hanaha appears as the evening star and then disappears for a short time. And that's the span. We'll use this cute little thing again. This is the span of time that this whole story exists in. I entered this world on the first day that Hanaha went to Mictlan, right there. He disappeared on the day that Chalk appeared in physical form. And this, right now, is where we are now. Tomorrow, Hanaha will return as Morning Star, and I must be in the ocean to meet Cumix. So that's when they do the switcheroo. When Cumix comes out of the ocean and Chalk goes to meet him, and they both morph back into their own bodies and swim away. Or he swims away as a fish, and Cumix becomes a man again. And then that's the morning that Hanaha appears as Morning Star. That's what we've been looking for this whole time. So this is Chalk explaining this to us. Now he's got to go tell these guys. So Chalk sent Sakchen to make preparations. Sakchen's talking to Moon Priest. Moon Priest, do you have a boat we could take down the river tonight? Moon Priest says, you're leaving? There's so much work to be done. Yes. Come with me. He doesn't like this. Hey, did you know that these two plan to leave tonight? Mace priests are amazed. What? Who will make our sakah? He's really concerned about that. Sakah. I'm afraid my Itzam's mind is set. Well, we'll need to have a ceremony because, of course, that's how priests think. Yes, it can be a farewell feast and a tower inauguration. And Skunk Priest shows up. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the tower? Oh, hello, Skunk Priest. Are they really naming it after Jaguar God? Look, he's looking kind of glum. Moon Priest says, we'll need to hold the naming ritual tonight. And Sakchem really is sorry. Look at his sorry little eyes. Sorry. But, says Skunk Priest, he wasn't even there. I chanted all night. We saw Skunk God manifest as an army of skunks while Jaguar Priest slept. And then, of course, Chalk pops in, bright as usual. Gentlemen, I have great news. And Skunk says, is it about Jaguar Tower? Chalk says, no, I've discovered the exact date of Hanaha's return. And Sakchen says, that's wonderful, Itzam. It's tomorrow morning. Wait, what? But they want to throw us a party tonight. No time for parties, Sakchen. If we start paddling now and don't stop overnight at the falls, I bet the current will take us there before sunrise. But wait, if you can calculate the exact moment then we could just wait until next year to return. We have so much to accomplish here. And Chalk realizes this is right. Oh my, Sakchen is right. I'm sure Kumix wouldn't mind another year in the void. And yet, I found out what I needed to know about Shotel. And however much fun it is to build things, I don't much like being a muzzy-headed human. He says to Sakchen, okay, Sakchen, we'll stay for the party. We may stay for another year, we may not. But a few hours delay probably won't make much of a difference. And Skunk Priest says, but what about my tower? We must name it after Skunk God. And Chalk gives him a sly look and says, I'll take care of that. Moments later, a group of acolytes approached Jaguar Priest and called for the Jaguar Temple and called for the priest. Look, they're all happy. What do you want? Honored Itzam, we come bearing an invitation from Kumix to attend the naming ceremony for Skunk Tower. Skunk Tower? Look at his diamond eyes. He's angry. Kumix invites? Oh, I'll be attending. You can be sure of that. Now, scat. And one acolyte says to the other, Did that mean yes? And the other one says, I don't know, but I'm not turning around to ask, pushing him away. And Jaguar says, they won't be getting away with this. Jaguar God will be avenged. Later that afternoon, almost every priest and pilgrim in Temple City assembled in the plaza. Maze Priest presented Chalk with a carved plaque to wear around his neck, bestowing upon him full priesthood. And look at his expression like, thanks. They're giving him this little plaque right here, I think. I know, because I made this. And they made that. Kumix, you have performed miracles here in Temple City. You've earned this badge and the office it represents. Please stay here with us. And Chalk gracefully accepts. I accept. And they all cheer, huzzah! Sakchen asks, but it's what about your task? Are you sure it can wait for a year? Chalk says, yes, I'm sure. And he thinks to himself, his shaman will be more tuned into the cycles of time from the underworld. On that side, it won't be like waiting. It's more like merely shifting to a new location. He'll be there when I'm ready to switch. And Sakchen says, how do you think Jaguar Priest will react to the plan? I can handle him, says Chalk. He's a pussycat. This is foreboding his casualness. So, I'm going to pause here and close the book until next week. And I hope you can return.